Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So there's been an update with the speed ring, and also there's a few other questions that you guys had about the anniversary event vendor. So let's take a look at that right now. Before we get started, I should probably mention that this is on the test server. The anniversary event will go live January 11th, so we still have a few days to wait before we can play the anniversary event, and before we have access to our little friend here, the equipment supplier AE. So we already took a look in the previous video about the new items we're getting this year. I'll put a link to that video in the description down below. But a lot of you guys had questions about the speed ring. Will we get the speed ring again this year? And also, will we get an upgrade? When I made my previous video, the speed ring was not upgraded just yet. But here you can see that it has been upgraded. So the minimum item level is level 10, and the maximum item level now is 308. Basically, the speed ring will scale to the level of your character. So it goes from level 10 to level 308. You will probably need to have endgame gear in order to be able to upgrade the ring to 308. Right now, you can see my combat rating is 344. And when I use the ring, it did upgrade it to 304. So if you want to maximize it and get it to 308, you'll need probably combat rating 350 or something like that. Also, a question that all of you guys had is, will we get the items from the previous years? The answer is yes. So here we can take a look. We have the item for 2022. And for 2021, the item that everyone is asking for is the Flash style, or the Speed Force style. Obviously, there's the enhanced version, and there's the regular version, and there's also the reverse Speed Force for those of you who want to play the evil Professor Zoom. And we have the various statues, and we have a whole bunch of base items. If we take a look at the 2020, again, you can see, maybe I should switch. We're gonna have to switch characters because sadly, if you already collected some styles, you can see here, I have the styles from 2018, so I don't see them in the vendor, so I'll need a low level character. So if you take a look at the vendor and you don't see certain styles, it's because you've already collected them. For the 2020, the only real style we had were the containment tubes, so there's a one for the back and one for the shoulders. If you've been meaning to create a main character, this is an item you need for your character. So you can see all the various base items. For 2019, we had the Future Jester style, which is the Future Joker style. And again, a whole bunch of base items. 2018, we had what people call the Fracture style, which is also called the Exobyte Origin style. Basically, there was the cinematics where we saw this character Fracture being betrayed by the evil Lex Luthor, of course. For 2018, we also had the Crypto Totem for your lair. So if you've been meaning to have a crypto in your lair, you can purchase crypto from the marketplace, but you can purchase him here if you don't want to spend money on the marketplace. And of course, there's the Dark Knight's Metal Emblem cache. A lot of people were asking about those emblems. Basically, you have the emblem of the Dawnbreaker, the Devastator, the Merciless, the Murder Machine, the Red Death, the Drowned, and also there's some sort of bad axe that comes from some promotional material, and the same with the Mantling. And you have the enhanced version of the style and the regular version of the style. So when you purchase this little box, you have a whole bunch of emblems that comes with it. And for 2017, we had the Anti-Monitor style. So if you were worried about not being able to get the styles from the previous years, don't worry. But sadly, you will have to farm and farm for Quartern Crowns in order to be able to purchase those styles. One thing I would suggest is that for things like base items, use your alternate characters. If there's a whole bunch of base items you need for your lair, purchase those with your alternate characters. The one exception to that would be the Triumph statues. For those, you have no choice, you have to get them with your character. For the styles, it depends. Like the Speed Force styles, you can purchase those styles and give them to any one of your character if you want to. But certain styles like the Clown Prince, those styles are flagged, cannot trade. So you cannot give those to your other characters. The same with the Exobyte Origin style and the Anti-Monitor style. So in those cases, you have no choice, you have to get those with your main character. But here you can see the various styles like the auras, the accessory, the materials. These are all account bound. Actually, the Bleak Chroma, this one is not account bound, so you could decide to give it not only to one of your character, you could also decide to sell it on the broker. A question that often comes back is how can we make money in this universe online? This would be one way. Purchase the Bleak Chroma box and sell it on the broker. Or even better yet, there's the enhanced Speed Force style, or the Speed Force style that is very popular amongst the player base. So that is also something that you can purchase and sell on the broker. And the better option would probably be to buy a bunch of Speed Force style right now and wait until next summer And then when you put those items for sale on the broker next summer, you should be able to make a lot more cash than if you try to sell them right now. So for those of you who are waiting for an upgrade to the Speed Force ring, wait no more, the upgrade is here. And for the Speed ring, as you can see, this flag that cannot trade, so you have no choice, you have to buy it with the character you want to use it with. So you won't be able to buy it with an alternate character and give it to your main. You have to get it with your main character, or you have to get it with each character you want to use the ring with. And sadly, you won't be able to buy it or sell it on a broker. It's sad, but that's how it is. And for those of you wondering when will we get the Speed ring, the anniversary event will go live on January 11th, so we just have a few days to wait.